First though, this is a truly remarkable story. This is Lisa Roberts. Now Lisa is the proud new mum of her baby daughter Jaimie Rose, and Jaimie Rose was born just 4 months ago. She's beautiful. Jaimie Rose's dad is Lisa's husband James, but what makes this story so remarkable and so brave and so extraordinary is that James died 4 years ago. Lisa's here now. Lisa, lovely to see you. And your son Cameron, of course, and your beautiful, beautiful daughter. Your husband, when did he start becoming ill? What happened?
James was unwell in the July of 2003. Had a bad leg, which they put down to a DVT in his leg. We later discovered it was cancer. That was about 6 months later.
What age was Cameron then?
Cameron was 3 at that point.
Okay. That must have been really tough.
It was
difficult.
Tough because we didn't know what was wrong with him, and it was just he got worse, and it was hard because he didn't know what was wrong.
Yeah.
And
so young.
Yeah, he was fit, healthy, played rugby.
So young.
Never had a day's illness, so it was a bit of a shock when he was diagnosed with cancer.
But you both always wanted a big family, didn't you? You always wanted more than one child.
Absolutely.
Which is why you decided to have the sperm frozen, wasn't it? You both made that decision together.
Absolutely, yeah. When he got diagnosed with the cancer, we decided to freeze the sperm, knowing that we would use it after he died.
Right.
Obviously, it became clear that he wasn't going to make it to use, so we knew that it was an option that I could use it on my own as well at some point.
Right, right. And Cameron, of course, I guess has had to grow up a little bit faster than maybe usual, and he obviously knows what happened to his dad. You've been very open about it and talked about it too, and very protective, I can see, of both of you, which is absolutely lovely. Why did you wait? Did you feel that this was the right time to have your daughter? Did you make a conscious decision to wait?
Absolutely. Cameron was still very young when James died, and I thought it would be too much to have another child at that point. Right. But when he was ill, I had spoke about it with James, and I had mentioned that I would like to use his sperm, and I would like to have another child, not actually knowing whether I would do it.
Sure.
Later on, I thought about it, and Cameron was still so young that it might have been too hard. And then there just came a time when it felt right, and it just felt, I want another child. Karen definitely wanted a brother or sister.
Yeah, and he's got his wee baby sister, and you're ever so good with her.
And he was great.
Fantastic.
I didn't discuss it with him at the beginning because not knowing if it was going to work.
Of course,
of course. As soon as he found out about her, he was over the moon.
She's fantastic, and obviously there was no problem about you using your husband's sperm. There was no sort of legal impediment.
Well, he had signed all the forms all consent forms before he died, but it was hard finding a hospital that would actually take me on to use it, even though I was going private.
Right.
Some hospitals decided it was unethical to use the sperm.
Really?
Yeah.
Even though it was all fine and that's what he would have wanted.
Absolutely.
How extraordinary.
But we found one who were more than happy, and
look at the result.
First time.
Look at the result. The only sad thing, I mean, I suppose that makes it bittersweet, is he's not here to see his beautiful daughter.
It's true. It's true. Yeah, he would have loved her. Actually, he would have been, and it's sad that she would never see him. But Cameron's got lots of stories to tell her.
Right. Do you remember your dad from you remember? And obviously you talk about him a lot as well, which is really good. And what's it like having a little baby sister?
Nice. When she's old, I probably get to play with her, but I can't play with her now, so.
But you like to play with her? Oh, that's really good.
Hold her and cuddle her.
Oh, and I bet you're a great help to your mum as well. It's really good. You're very lucky.
He's a
your son. He's fantastic. He really is. And there was never. I mean, you must have sort of thought to yourself, it's so difficult. You know, single parent. You've made that choice in a sense. Obviously not with Cameron, but obviously obviously with Jaimie. And who's called Jaimie after her dad?
Yeah, that was actually Cameron's idea. We talked about names, and he said, "Why don't we call her Jaimie?"
What a lovely idea.
And I wasn't sure at the beginning, and then he came into hospital with a card that said Jaimie on it, so I knew it was no going back at that point.
That was it.
There was no choice. Yeah,
but you did make that decision. Obviously she is going to grow up with lots of stories about her dad, but sadly not with her dad. And I guess this pregnancy must have been really hard, because before the two of you were sharing, when you were carrying Cameron, you know, there's the two of you together, and it's just that way of you're thinking to yourself, if only, you know, he could be there.
Very much. I mean, I found the book, a pregnancy book, and James had written in it from when we had Cameron, so at certain dates he'd written when we had the ultrascan and things like that. So it was quite sweet when I was looking through the book again for her. I could see what he had written, and that was nice, but very different going through it on your own.
Very hard, very, very hard. And you know, I mean, I know some people might say, oh, you know, I'm not sure about that, about bringing a baby, you know, without a dad. But you're obviously a very, very close family. She's going to have so much love.
Yes, she will. I can give her double the amount of love.
And you've got really good family and friends as well.
Yeah, I've got a sister who I'm very, very close to, and great friends, and that actually helps a lot.
That's really good. Well, she's beautiful. Like I say, bittersweet in a way.
It is, yeah.
But you wouldn't be without her. She's absolutely gorgeous.
No,
what do you think he would have thought of her?
He would hope she looked like him, and he would have been... Yeah.
She does a bit, actually. We've seen a photograph
yeah.
of her. Yeah.
They are identical.
So does Cameron as well. Cameron looks also like his dad.
If he had the dark hair, they'd be identical.
Yeah,
and I think
it's the eyes.
Yeah.
It's those beautiful eyes.
And she's definitely going the same way.
Oh, I wish you every happiness, because you've been through hell and you deserve it. You really do, and you're very lucky with your children.
Thank you.
A credit to you. It's
Thank
lovely
you
to
very
meet
much.
you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Now then, summer essentials. And do you remember last week we were asked